Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we are playing Sphinx Tribal. So playing all the Sphinxes, the Sphinxi, Sphinxes. Anyway, we're playing all these guys and we are going to have some fun doing it. So Sphinx's Foresight is kind of the main reason that we're trying to dive into this one because I think it's an awesome card. So for converted mana costs 4/4 Sphinx, you may reveal this card from your opening hand if you do scry 3 at the beginning of your first upkeep. It has flying, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you scry 1. So we aren't really wanting to reveal more than one of these because you can choose to reveal it on your opening hand to scry the 3. Because sometimes you don't, like if you had 4 of them, you don't want to reveal 4 of your cards right away. But at the same time, if we get the value from scrying, maybe we can make sure we're putting the best cards on top. Then we probably will reveal up to 2 of them. So this is the rest of the deck. We're just playing a bunch of counters and stuff in the early game. I know, I'm sorry guys, I don't typically play counters. So first off, I'm terrible at it. I'm not terrible, but I'm not a control player typically, and I kind of swore I would never do it. And so for all those who would hate me after this, just you can skip this video, go to the next one. But just don't unsubscribe, because it's just mean. Anyway, this is the rest of the deck. We're trying to draw into our good stuff. Warrant, which is good to put target attacking or blocking creature on top of its owner's library. Great with like heroic reinforcements. We can hit one of the tokens or just anything we don't want on the board. Also, this comes down as a Sphinx. So the things that we're trying to do to ramp up our Sphinxes really is just straight up Vanquisher's Banner. Vanquisher's Banner is the only one that really adds value to this. In fact, we probably ought to go down one and go up an Immortal Sun. We're going to do that. Immortal Sun. We are very expensive now. That is the one issue, is that with that we are rather expensive, but we also are doing all the things to make sure that we can get up to those points. We have our surveils that we can get up to. We have treasure map to make sure we can get our treasures to maybe play some of the bigger stuff. Also treasure map becomes a land, so we're kind of ramping that way. And this is just kind of a really fun deck. We have Dream Eater on the top end to kind of bounce planeswalkers, anything that we didn't want on the board. Azor the Lawbringer is amazing, especially against control. I'm surprised more control players aren't playing this because it turns off the opponent's next turn. Whenever Azor the Lawbringer enters the battlefield, each opponent can't cast instant or sorcery spells during that player's next turn. It doesn't block things like Ixalan's Binding or Ravage Chupacabra, things like that, which is okay. We can get blowouts. Every card in the format has blowouts. But when Azor attacks, you can pay X plus white into blue. If you do, you gain X life and draw X cards. So this can be able to immediately draw us 3 cards or more on the next turn. Then Wind Raider Sphinx, we have one of because it's so good. Whenever a creature with flying attacks, you may draw a card. So if you have 3 or 4 flyers on the battlefield or on the board, we're typically only drawing 1 or 2 at this because we don't play so many creatures. But it is still another way that we can be drawing cards, refilling our hand, getting those counters that we need, and winning the game that way. We have Cleansing Nova to kind of clear up the board as well, settle the wreckage. And you guys have seen counter decks or control decks. This is what it is. We're going to go and get into the gameplay. Wish me luck. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. Alright, begins Stoughton. And so the main reason that I wanted to add Vanquisher's Banner into this deck, first off because we're playing a tribal deck and like you kind of have to, right? But also because I think that getting that +1/+1 on our 6/6 flyers, or like Dream Eater becoming a 5/4, gets it out of range of a lot of removal. There's a lot of good things that can happen because you have that +1/+1. And so I do think that it is a relevant thing to be doing. Alright, negate. We're probably going to just play the negate and get down treasure map on the next turn. Although we can negate on the next turn and get a little bit more value on our next draw. We need to hit our lands, so we're going to do this. Stop on our upkeep. We could have stopped some burn here. We actually probably ought to be running 2 Revitalize in here as well. We have quite a bit of counters, right? A large number of them. Alright, swings in for 1. Alright, so tap planes. Land on top is great. I think I have an alarm going off on my phone. Sorry about that. And now we draw. Yep, draw the island, go to main phase, play the plains, pass the turn, stop on our upkeep again. Just trying to hit lands for Cleansing Nova, negate hopefully for some burn. Lava Runner. Alright, no spells being played. Kind of interesting. Alright, Settle the Wreckage would be okay. We're okay with that. Yeah, we're okay with that. Okay, draw. We're going to take a big hit here. Go to main phase, Memorial to Genius, pass the turn. Yeah. Another Pyromancer. Well, this Cleansing Nova is going to be pretty good. They've overcommitted with creatures. I did not stop on my upkeep, but I guess that's okay. Do we actually want to scry anyway and get the treasure flipped? Yeah, it's only one blue mana, or 1 mana, so we're fine with this. Scry, Warden's not bad, but there's so many better things. We were looking for like a Settle the Wreckage or another Cleansing Nova, some way to gain life, which we really don't have that many. Destroy all creatures. Alright, so we wiped their board. They need to have burn now. So we have a negate for anything that they have as their last burn spell. Alright, so Goblin Chain Whirler resolves. Alright, Settle the Wreckage is good. We're going to draw here. Azor, we will go ahead and get down. They cannot cast any burn for the next turn now. So if they have burn in their hand, it's dead. They might even try to attack him with this Chain Whirler, thinking they can play it. And hopefully that will trick them. Alright, Experimental Frenzy. Oh, man. Really would have liked to... You know, actually, we can Dream Eater that on the next turn. Alright, so... Before they can play it, let's go ahead and Dream Eater. Experimental Frenzy. Right, Settle the Wreckage is fantastic. Treasure Map, Plains. Yep, I think we keep everything. We can get rid of the Plains, I guess. Yeah, we don't really need more mana. Alright, bounce that. Take action. We don't get card draw, and we might have to just chump here. Alright, we'll say no attacks. Alright, they shock us. Resolve. Okay. There's land. We negate that for sure now, especially now that they're empty-handed. And we get to gain so much life with Azor, the Lawbringer, on this next turn that we should be in great shape. So, next, we attack all. Let's see here. How much life can we gain? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that enough? There's nothing they can really play except a Banefire. Alright, just in case of Banefire. So, take action X4. If I miscounted this. Alright, gain some life. Play your cards, Hallow Fountain tapped, and pass the turn. Alright, so now we are set up for our next turns. We will go ahead and chump just in case of a Banefire. Just in case. Alright, no Banefire, that's fine. Let's Vanquisher's Banner on Sphinx. Swing in, and we're going to pay... do we want to do it at all? We're just going to decline. We have a 2-turn clock. We have Settle the Wreckage up if we really need it. We have Absorb, which can gain us a lot of life. All right. And opponent scoops it up. All right, perfect. Deck performed perfectly that time. Great. All right, up against Bumpy. Bring it on, Bumpy. And let's see here. I actually don't think, out of all the times I've deck tested this and played it, I have not yet seen a Sphinxes Foresight. And we're going to keep this. We have... do we keep this? We're going to mulligan that. I guess we keep this one. On the draw, this should be okay. Quench. We'll keep Quench. Yep, so survey or scry 3 now. It's the beginning of my first upkeep. All right, so we have land. Yeah, okay. Do we want to put quench behind these ones here? No, I guess we want action as soon as possible. All right, so Hallowed Fountain tapped. Pass the turn. All right, so Jeskai control is what it's looking like. Pass the turn. We're just all playing stuffs. Quench. All right, so Jeskai Angels. All right, get down Sphinx. We probably could have held up Syncopate there, and it might have been a bit better. But if they do overtake the board, we have Cleansing Nova. I just want to be able to scry each turn. Okay, Lyra. Yeah, should have held up the Syncopate. I guess we do want land. Man, I hate doing this before there's much else, but I guess we kind of have to. Lyra is just such a big deal. And if opponent's playing multiples, which I'm guessing they are, this can get dangerous for us. All right, let's get down Azor. That's a blocker for everything Angel. And they cannot kill it this turn. Tikatli Honor Guard, well, that will stop its ability on the next time. Syncopate will be great for this next turn. Pretty much anything will die. See, this is where I might have been able to hold off one more turn with a Cleansing Nova. But hopefully we'll draw into some card draw, something here. That's probably one thing. I didn't build as much card draw into this deck as I should have. I just have a lot more like scrying ability, a little bit more threats in here. Few more threats. All right. Hallowed Fountain tapped. So we can draw 3 here. But if they start creating angels, it can be very bad for us. So we're just going to say no attacks. Hopefully, counter a couple good plays that they have. Okay, they pay for it. Down to 18. That gives us 3 turns now of Azor actually hitting them. What has you got, sir? Immortal Sun would be bad. We can quench anything. All right, resolve. This might just let them get in from damage, which is fine. I mean, they get to yeah, they swing in for everything here. All right, no blocks. They're not mentoring. Down to 12. All right, Sphinx is 4 of Foresight. That's a blocker for almost everything as well, except that they do now have a way to pump the Resplendent Angel. So no attacks now. All right, they can pay for it, huh? Dang it. That's frustrating. All right, resolves. Yep. Counter onto Tikatli Honor Guard. All right, well, we will definitely block here, And we have Quench for any tricks that they might be playing here. They could have like a Sure Strike or maybe try to bounce one of our things. Okay, response, we will quench that. All right, that's a pretty good upside for us now. We take 4. We are down. We have to keep up Azor for Rekindling Phoenix now. I did not really mean to keep land, but we can gain a lot of life here. In fact, that might be worthwhile. They can double block to kill it. All right, no attacks. I should not have kept the land there. That was a really bad keep. I did it automatically. Like I said, I haven't actually seen a Sphinxes Foresight yet, so. All right, Ixalan's Binding, great, perfect. Put that on top. Ixalan's Binding, hit the Rekindling Phoenix. And now we will... Do we want to pay here? No attacks. Man, they can pay for it. All right, History of Benalia resolves. I'm worried that they might have like a seal away or something like that. Right, my turn. That goes to the bottom. More land is actually not terrible, but I guess we don't want it unless we have to have it. All right, so we're going to pay X 1 or 2 here. How much can we pay for? X5? You know what? Yeah, we're going to pay 5. All right, gain 5, draw 5 cards. Not a bad play. Down to 12. And now, with that, we just have so much card advantage. We are letting a lot of things through on this next turn, though, if they have anything. Settle the Wreckage for the next turn will be great. No blocks. Take the 4. That's fine. All right. Wind Reader Sphinx is fun. That's a blocker for Aurelia all day long. And we have Warrant as well here. So, Wind Reader Sphinx. Oh, man. Could they have us Settle the Wreckage here? We get to draw 2 cards. Oh, wait. Take action. I declined the wrong ones there. I was trying to claim that. Man, I have not played this enough, and you can tell. But this just goes to show how good the deck is, right? Do we just want to put that back on in their hand now? No, I think this is fine. Down to 6. Glacial Fortress. Pass the turn. So now we have Syncopate up. Settle the Wreckage. I might just Warrant, though, to get rid of these guys. She can't put counters onto them now. Yeah, so we get to draw a card whenever she swings in as well. We will... Before we actually do blocks, just in case they have any abilities or something like that, we're going to bounce one of these guys. Kill the other one. Take 4, down to 5. And, yeah, opponent scoops it up. Well, even with all of my misplays, like I said, I'm not a control player. I don't do great with that kind of stuff, but this is just... I think it's a decent deck. There's a lot of different ways you can go with it. Like, I probably should be adding a little bit more card draw, some other stuff, but overall, it's been doing well so far. All right, up against Ragnarin, and we're playing our Sphinx Tribal deck. And, all right, we have a Scry, we have Treasure Map. We're going to keep this. Yep, submit. Reveal it. Our turn. We have land. Let's go Ixalan's Binding. Actually, do we just want to go lands? This is fine. Alright, Hollowed Fountain tapped. Pass the turn. Maybe we did need the Ixalan's Binding on that turn. Alright, Glacial Fortress, Treasure Map. We're probably going to end up playing the Sphinx of Foresight on turn 4. Stop on our upkeep. I almost always forget that. We're really just doing it so that we can get treasure map here. Alright, so go ahead and draw Scry. We should not have Scried there. Is Ixalan Binding fast enough? It'll work for now. Go to main phase, Hollow Fountain tapped, pass the turn. Alright, Electrostatic Field. Let's see how much damage it can do on this turn. Alright, no burn, no shock there. That's actually pretty good. We are not stopping on our upkeep. We're just going to get down the Sphinx right away. Pass the turn. Stop on our upkeep this time. And this has been a pretty slow hand for opponent. Of course, they could just have everything amazing from here on out. We'll see if they have it. All right, Experimental Frenzy. That will probably draw out our Ixalan's Binding on this next turn. So we will scry first, see what we draw. Glacial Fortress. We get up to our 6 mana. No, we're going to be able to flip the treasure map, so we can use that if we need it. All right, Resolve, Cleansing Nova, yes. On top, draw. Go to main phase, Island, Ixalan's Binding. Hit Experimental Frenzy. You can no longer play those. Next turn we get to Cleansing Nova. We're going to block this turn if they do swing in with anything. Stop on our upkeep. Alright, Skewer the Critics. Skewer the Critics. Alright, that's a lot of burn that could have gone to our face. They do get a swing in for 5 here. We go down to 9. But 9 and their board wiped, 1 card in hand. We're okay with that. So we're going to flip this. Land on top. Are we okay using the treasures? That's fine, yeah. So draw. Go to main phase, play land, play Cleansing Nova. Destroy all creatures. Now we get 2 draws each turn after this. We have Dream Eater to bounce back anything that they play, light up the stage. Okay. Okay, Lightning Strike and a dead card. They're probably just going to burn us here. We do need to find Azor to so that we can start gaining life. Alright, Lightning Strikes our face. Quench. Alright. Well, we will sack a treasure, draw. Windreader Sphinx could be nice to help us draw more, but there we go. Now they cannot burn us on the next turn, and now we get to just gain life over and over again. And they can't do anything. Can't cast instants or sorceries. We're going to be gaining life each turn, and it's basically game over at this point for opponent. We're actually going to sack the treasures to draw here with Azor. It gains, I think it adds enough value because we would have just sacked those to draw cards anyway. That we get them now anyway. So we get to do it for 6, which I guess makes us discard, but we're fine with that. With that much life gain. Actually, with treasure map, maybe not. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Take action, X6. Gotta tap everything for this one, which is kind of frustrating because I'm not even having full control open here. Alright, let's get rid of Plains. Oh, wait. Glacial Fortress, pass the turn. Now we discard Plains and Let's go with the second Azor. We have another one to draw into. And now I think that there's no real way they can get rid of him, yeah. Alright, so opponent scoops it up. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, well, in my inexperience with Control, I made a lot of mistakes just because I don't play it that often. I play a lot more creature-based stuff instead. But I think the deck worked really well, and I think there's a lot of what you guys can see here that you can take and say, hey, I want to build it this way. And that's actually how I started my channel, is that I was watching MTG Goldfish, I was watching Merchant, a bunch of other people, and I kept seeing their decks, and I was like, you know what, I like what they're doing, but I'm going to build stuff my own way. And I liked the way that I did it, and it was just fun. I made it more fun. And that's what I think this is all for, is that I am showing what you could do, and so that you guys can do whatever you want to do. And that is what I'm doing with this deck. So if you guys like that kind of stuff, leave me down in the comments below the things that you guys want to do with this deck, things you would change. Let me know all the bad things that I'm doing. Sure, why not? But go have fun with Magic, and that's what's important here. If you guys like the video, please subscribe, press that like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, also, check out my Patreon, because I do have a couple of videos. I had a couple other games that were really close that I did end up losing here that I just didn't quite want to include because I made a big mistake in one of them. The other one was just like we drew poorly, but had a pretty good game altogether. So those are in my Patreon as well, so you guys want to check that out. The link is in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.